Good day everyone and welcome to another Tech Vlog episode for Practical Research 2, Quantitative Research. For this video, we are going to talk about Quarter 1, Module 2, Lesson 2, Writing Your Research Title. I am Sir CJ and together we will unlock difficulties. For this topic, here is the most essential learning competency and learning objectives that you need to master. Take a look at this given example. Is this how we should write a research title? Then if so, what are the importance of a good research title and the characteristics of a good research title? The topics that we are going to clear in this video lesson. Let us talk first about your research topic. Paano ka ba magkakaroon ng topic? Saan mo ba kukuhain yung topic mo? First, you have to think first of a broader topic o yung malawak na topic. So ano ba yung mga naiisip nyo na malawak na topic? So halimbawa, when it comes to politics, di ba? O kaya naman yung color ng mga politicians, di ba? Ang dami-daming mga color ngayon, kanya-kanya sila ng color. So what else? Meron din tayong about technology. So we also have about science. And we also have about education. So pipili ka ng isa na kung saan ikaw ay interesado. So kung ako yung tatanungin, hindi ko pipiliin yung color of politics or politicians or hindi ko pipiliin yung politics kasi hindi ako interesado sa topic na yon. Ganun din, hindi ko pipiliin yung sports kasi hindi ako mahilig sa sports. So since I am a teacher, ang pipiliin ko is related to that which is an education related to my course. So, bakit mahalaga na yung pipiliin mo is related to you? Halimbawa, kayo class, you are UMS 12C. Okay? So, ano ba yung gusto nyo na topic na related sa inyong track? O sa inyong academic track? Okay? So, huwag kayong pipili ng topic na mahirap hanapan ng mga sources. From the topic that you have chosen, paliitin nyo ito. Think of a subtopic. Okay? So, like for example, from education, ano ba ang mga subtopics na pwede kong ikabit sa education? Examples, I do have teachers, students, what else? Reading strategy, reading fluency, etc. So all those related to education, pwede kong ilagay as my subtopic. So now, maliit na yung topic ko from education, napaliit na natin ito into subtopic. We come up with a different subtopics. So what comes next? Ano nang gagawin natin? Then, it is the time for us to search, to do research. So, paano ba tayo magre-research? Saan ba tayo magre-research? So, we can use of the technology like the internet connection. If you have the strong internet connection, you may do so. Kung wala ka namang internet connection, you can have the newspapers, the article from the newspapers or clippings, and the journals, etc. So, kahit saan na pwede kang makahanap ng information related to the subtopics na ginawa natin out of the main topic na or out of the broader topic na ginawa natin kanina. Let's say I read about reading and came across with reading fluency, which is a skills required for a senior high school student. And upon reading, I came up with a strategy on how to strengthen the reading and came up with peer tutoring. To sum it up, after searching, we have now the reading fluency. We have our senior high school students. We also have our peer tutoring. So we can now write our research title. But the question is, how are we going to write the research title? So, paano ko isusulat ngayon yung mga words into title? So, di ba? Ano ang nangyari dun sa reading fluency? Okay? So, pwede nating ilagay yung effects. Effects of what? Effects too long that the title contains unnecessary, confusing, redundant, and implicit words. Take a look at this given example. A study comparing grade 11 and grade 12 senior high school students' readiness for online learning using technological devices and internet. According to our number 1, a good research title is not too long. Okay? Hindi masyadong mahaba. Remember class, title ang ating ginagawa, hindi essay. Next, number 2, a good research title is not too short, that the title did not include some important concepts of the purpose of your study. If number 1 is not too long, number 2 is not too short. Baka kasi sa sobrang igsi, hindi na natin maipakita ano ba ang purpose ng ating research? Bakit ba tayo may research? Okay? So, look at the given example, online learning readiness of students. So, anong nangyari dun sa online learning readiness of the students? Diba? So, wala tayong basihan. We don't have any basis kung ano ang gagawin dun sa title na yon. Next, number 3. A good research title does not use words having too broad meaning. That is why class in our discussion earlier, ang ginawa natin, yung broad words natin, yung broad word natin or meaning, pinaigsi natin into subtopic until we come up with a title out of the different subtopics. Okay? So, like for example, here in the given example, learning of students. Masyadong malawak yun. There are so many learnings of the students. It could be learning from technology, learning from peer, learning from the outside world, or learning anywhere. Napakalawak. So, number 4, a good research title does not contain abbreviations and numerical values. Look at this example. Senior high school learners DL opportunities for 100% learning mastery. So what is the abbreviation there? The SHS and the DL, and the numerical values is 100%. According to one of the good characteristics, according to characteristics of a good research title, a research title should not have or does not contain an abbreviations and numerical values. Next, number 5. If a research title contains a catchphrase signaled by a colon, the catchphrase should be related to the context of the study. Example, prepared to connect, colon, then, online learning capabilities of senior high school students in Quezon. So, is online learning capabilities of senior high school students related to prepared to connect? Of course it is. Okay, from the word itself, connect. Next, number 6. A good research title mentions all the major variables of your research study. In our previous lesson class, we have learned about the IB or the different variables, the independent variables and the dependent variables. Example, comparing Quezon Senior High School students, core subject lesson, mastery under self-paced learning, and face-to-face instruction. Let's talk about research variables and the research title. So earlier in our lesson, you've learned about the independent variables and the dependent variables. So research variables play a great role in your research study. It sets the parameters, the scope, and the point of investigation in your study. By including the major variables of your research in your study, you help the readers to clearly understand what is the purpose of your investigation. So for our activity, in the following research institution, try to identify the variables and their types by completing the column provided. Example here, Title 1. Comparing gender-based research interests of senior high school grade 12 students. You are going to write here the variables in the title and what kind or type of variables is being described in the given title. Congratulations, everyone! We can now proceed with the key concepts. A research process or the method. This could be in the form of verb that shows action or process you will do or you have done in your study, like assessing, creating, improving, comparing, and likes. This could also be in the form of noun that gives the impression of what will take place in your research studies, like assessment, creation, improvement, comparison, and the likes. It answers the questions, what are you going to do in your study? If you still remember in our early discussion, nung gumagawa tayo ng title, when we are doing the title here, like for example, ano ba yung ginawa ko kanina? Okay? The effects of peer tutoring improving. Okay? The effects of peer tutoring improving the reading fluency. Diba? Gumamit tayo doon nung tinatawag nating verb. Ano? Yung the word improving. So, research topic as point of inquiry. Okay? You must include the point of your investigation in your research title. You should be able to mention that concept or what concept are you processing, measuring, creating, improving, or comparing. This serves as the direct object of your process or method in the item number 1. A research process or method, it answered the question what. Okay, so example, look at the given example here. What are you assessing, creating, improving, or comparing? Assessing the bullying atmosphere among grade 12 of Talipan Senior High School. What are we going to assess? What are we going to create, or what are we going to assess in here? We are going to assess the bullying atmosphere, okay, among grade 12 students. So next, research participants o yung tinatawag natin mga respondents, yung iyong mga subjects. In your title, you should not forget to mention who is your research participants. You must mention them without being too specific that the readers can easily pinpoint your research participants, nor too broad that your research will seem impossible to be done. It answers the questions whom or whose. So, effects of peer tutoring improving the reading fluency of senior high school students then include your school. So, sino ang participants natin doon? Senior high school students. Okay? Now, example in this number 3, key concept number 3. Assessing the anti-bullying atmosphere in grade 12, Adonis of Talipan Senior High School of school year 2020-2021 is too specific that the readers can easily identify who might be or who were your respondents. Assessing the anti-bullying atmosphere in senior high school students too broad that your research might seem to be impossible to conduct as it comprises of senior high school students who could be all around the Philippines. So kaya nga class, kapag nilagyan natin ng specific na school, then we can able to identify that the senior high school students are from that school. Pero kung wala yung name ng school, then it's too broad. It's too difficult to accomplish kasi nga, it might be all senior high school students all over the Philippines. Okay? So, next one. Number 4. Research interventions, if applicable. So, bakit ba kailangan mong mag-research? Of course, you have to do something. Ano? So, there are times that the research study has an intervention programs or materials. In case your research study has intervention, you should be able to mention it in your research title. It answers the question, how or are you going to create or improve or change a situation, or what are you going to do to create, improve, or change the situation? Example, creating a bullying-friendly atmosphere. Okay? So, how about the research output, if also applicable? Some research study could produce an output which will give the further significance of the study. In case you intend to create an output, you may also indicate it in your research title. You may indicate the output of your study by using a colon as a signal. Example, assessing the bullying atmosphere among grade 12 Talipan
senior high school student basis for anti-bullying program. So, meaning to say, you have there the program. At ito nga yung anti-bullying program. You might have create a manuscript out of this. So, meron kang output. Yung iba naman, halimbawa, if the research is about science or it's about technology, meron silang output na gagawin. Kaya sila nagre-research. Like, for example, they want to come up with, let's say in technology, they want to come up with a robot. Nag-research sila kung paano sila gagawa ng robot at kung paano ang magiging function or purpose ng kanilang research. So, ang output nila is yung robot na nagpa-function according to the research. According dun sa research na ginawa nila. So, yun yung output. The next one is research catchphrase. Since the research title also intends to get the reader's attention, you may also add catchphrase in your research title. This will help you set the mood or your readers in accordance with the content of your study. However, be careful not to distract the readers by having a too humorous catchphrase. Baka sobrang haba. A catchphrase should be based on context of your study. Okay, so you may apply a catchphrase through a colon. So, example, serve and protect. Ayan, serve and protect. Diba? Maigsi lang. Creating a bullying-friendly atmosphere among grade 12 Talipan Senior High School student through bully-free program is better catchphrase because it's based on the context of your study compared to the lunchbox collector. Okay? So, ito kasing lunchbox collector, medyo broad na to, medyo malawak na to. Unlike yung serve and protect, very related dun sa iyong title, and it's being separated by our colon here. Congratulations everyone! We can now have our activity number 1, critiquing a research title. So, applying your understanding or applying your knowledge about the discussions done, let us have now this activity. So we have here title number 1, title number 2, and title number 3. So we also have here the elements. You are going to write in this table. Okay, so you are going to write in this table the research process or the method in title 1. The research method in title 2, and same as research process in title 3. Then the topic, write the topic here. Then the participants, the interventions, the research output, and the research catchphrase. Okay? So apply your knowledge in accomplishing this, your knowledge and understanding in accomplishing this activity number 1. Okay, so next, what are the points to ponder in writing your research title? So here, you can test whether you created a good research title by having yes for your answer. Number 1, does your research title include the focus and scope of your investigation, including the people, the events, or things involved in your study using the fewest words possible? If you think yes, then say yes. Next, number 2, does your research title clearly show the primary purpose of your study? Number 3, does your title give a hint of the specific process you will do or done in your study? Does your research title mention the major research variables in your study? Number 5, if you use a catchphrase, it is related to the context of your study. Number 6, can your research title spark the interest of your reader? And number 7, does your research title sum up your whole investigation? If you think all of your answers are yes, definitely you already have your good research title. For our activity number 2, let's create your working research title. Guided by the previous activity and discussions, write your working research title on the given space. Make sure you reflect on the guide questions and you look into the elements of research title to ensure that you have made a good research title. Remember that your working title may still be revised depending on the development of your study. And after having your working research title, you may now proceed to our next lesson. There, you will be taught how to build up your research rationale. Good luck, researcher! Congratulations everyone, we are finally done with our discussion in our practical research to quantitative research, writing a research title. For clarifications about the lesson, you may contact me through my Facebook account, my Facebook page, my number, and of course my YouTube channel. You may comment your reactions in this channel. Okay, so I am Sir CJ. See you again into our next vlog.